Hello, and welcome back to another fantastic game of War Stories. We are playing the Baggy Pants Devils as these brave heroes are trumping their way through beautiful Sicily. It is the hot month of July 1943 in the stuffy Mediterranean summer. Our heroes have jumped in and are currently pushing their way north to secure the Ponte Olivo Airfield. It's the 12th of July currently. They last time were in the middle of a pretty serious little firefight, having infiltrated into the east end of the airfield itself after cutting some communications lines that will hopefully stop a counterattack from being successful against them and all of their infantry and armor brethren to the south, pushing up from the beaches and Gela. And they almost ran into some big trouble when they came across a pair of Tiger tanks. One of those was taken out by Lieutenant Colonel Gorham, the battalion commander, but the other tank took him out instead. Luckily, a group of Spitfires that has been escorting a bombing run had broken off from that to avoid getting caught in the fray of the bombs, found themselves with some juicy targets, and popped those Tiger tanks. Our boys were able to push up, catching a ride on the M4 Sherman Betsy, and making all the way up to the actual airfield itself where they began to infiltrate. Now, unfortunately, there were 2 fatal casualties in the first part of this firefight already. Private First Class Webb was felled by enemy gunfire, although before he died, he was able to save Corporal Don Juan Donalds from a German bayonet charge, shooting that German soldier down before he could skewer his friend. Before he himself ultimately expired. And additionally, a grenade was thrown at Private Chef Riles. That grenade bounced off a rock, landing between him and Private Corsetti. Private Corsetti diving on that grenade to save his companion's life. Private Riles remains. Private Corsetti is gone. It'll be here that we're going to pick up right into the midst of this fray. Private Burke has just blown up a half-track that was assaulting them, leaving it immobilized in the middle of this kind of taxiway. And with that, let's go ahead and share the screen and share the map so you guys can see all of this beautiful madness that's going on. Okay, are you guys able to see here now?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So you are all pushing up from this end of the airfield on the eastern side. Over here, we have Private Burke. Do you have your bazooka out right now or the BAR?
I believe I had the bazooka. No, I had the BAR.
Yeah, because you were gunning down the guys on this side.
Yeah.
We'll put your backup model over there. You had just been firing on this side. Back here behind the rock, we have Private Riles and a dead German that nearly got the last straw on you before you kicked his knee out and had him fall on your knife. Tremendous display of Boondocks courage, channeling your inner hog fighter. Further around here on this side, we have Corporal Don Juan Donalds next to PFC Webb, who has been killed in action, and the German infantryman that tried to bayonet him. Facing you across the battlefield, however, the Germans had begun retreating. There's one who's been moved back to here and is in the process of running away. That half-track is knocked out and is now on fire, now that I have the actual fire effects that I needed last time on hand. There is an anti-aircraft gun at the far end of the field, which has been attacking your companions, attacking from the west side. However, with that half-track being knocked out, these boys have turned their focus. Some of the these anti-aircraft crew have already been gunned down. Looks like there's a couple that are still trying to set up a new defensive position here. But we will take it back onto this side. You will see some like spare models out here. This is just in case anyone else dies or when Private Parker shows up. We'll go back on this side. Let me find some bump-in battle jams. Do you guys have like a preference on music styles that you like?
The Halo 3 theme song.
Works for me. Put on some Knife Party, we'll be fine.
Knife Party.
For legal reasons, I'm gonna not do Halo 3.
Royalty. I would like royalty-free Halo 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play it on a kazoo.
It's gonna be a MIDI mix, you know.
No, let's find the kazoo mix.
Okay, so let me know if this volume is good for you guys, or if I ever need to bump it up or down, and I will adjust that. Don't want to blow out your eardrums.
If TPK is
down
imminent, can you please play sad recorder music? That's like badly played.
I'll go get my own recorder, and
Give us your best Celine Dion rendition.
all right. Does that sound like a?
TPK, gonna take these boys out.
Do you guys want to keep the initiative you guys had, or do you want to roll new ones? New game, new initiative.
I'd like to keep it.
Keep it going.
Yeah, I'm fine with. I'm fine with keeping order.
Got it. PFC Web was the top. Is gone. So it will now go Riles, Burke, and Don Juan, and then the Germans. So that. I'm gonna mark here to indicate we're on a new session. Same fight. Some people just love combat, and I'm one of them. Hopefully you guys are too. Private Riles, you are up first. You just pushed his body off the top of you.
I had to fix my camera angle, so I'm back to my notorious half face.
We like to see your whole face.
All right, cool. I'm going to get up and I don't see any visible light. I know a guy was on the roof, so there's got to be a way to get on the roof. But I don't know where that is. I guess first thing I'll do is I'm going to move to the corner of that building where my fallen compatriot was before he got blown to smithereens.
We're out here?
Yes.
Got it. So is this slow action or fast action?
I'm going to go fast action for there.
Got it. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
On this side of the building, are there any ladders?
On the side that you're on?
Yeah.
There are not.
Okay. Then I am going to... Can I use my slow action to get inside the building?
Yeah, if you're going to use it for another run.
Yes. I'm going to use it to get inside the building and maybe see if the ladder was interior.
You got it. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters to get here. And then push into the interior. Wonder if it will show me the grid. Hey, it does. Okay. There's 6. You can immediately see as you come in here a stairwell or a ladder that leads up to the roof.
Okay. Then I will get as far as I can to that.
Got it. 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll say that you're probably going to use the rest of that movement to get up this ladder.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up that ladder and make sure I'm down.
As you get up here on the roof, you can see this German soldier who is currently got his lungs sucking for air as he's slowly bleeding out next to you.
Great. Yeah, that'll end my turn for right now.
You got it. Next up, it's going to be... Oh, looking at the wrong block. This is going to be Private Burke. Corporal is on deck.
All right. So, I want to peek around that corner and throw a charge at those drums right there.
Got it. So fast action to move here.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm gonna throw a back charge.
You've got it. So make me that calisthenics check, please. Is there a range on that?
That's what I was gonna ask. That PDF was corrupted for me.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have the range or the
Let me see if I can find it.
damage. I'm sorry.
No worries. Yes.
This is like a satchel charge, you said?
Yeah.
Let's see.
These are tanks. We're getting there. We're getting there.
M37 satchel demolition.
That's the one.
All right. So let's see. It looks like it's got a blast radius of 15 meters, the damage of +2. It's thrown limited range. With an armor piercing value of 6.
And this, you said this is the M37?
Right.
Okay.
I got it on page 148.
Yeah, I'm looking at the description on 147. This is going to be a calisthenics check.
Let's see, what's the range on it? Is limited range?
So I'm checking to see here.
I think that maybe refers to like the blast radius.
No, so blast and range are different.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Those M37s were not particularly light.
This weapon,
Yeah.
limited range. This weapon does not have an extreme range.
okay, yeah. So if you see on where it says range, it says E/2M. So that means you either need to physically place it or you can toss it 2 meters.
I'll throw a grenade.
Okay.
I'll get close enough to throw a grenade, and then I will run back and attempt to take cover back where I'm at.
You got it.
Hopefully I have the movement for it.
It's a M2A1 grenade.
Yes, sir.
Okay, your range for that is 10 meters. Oh yeah, that I kind of measured that from the back there. Yeah. All right. So yeah, toss me that calisthenics check.
Sure. 1 success.
All right, it's gonna land on target.
And then for damage, here we go. So that's gonna be damage +1. Sorry, I'm reading here. So how many dice is that gonna be?
Probably a hell of a lot.
Three. All right. It is just damn +1, right? Yeah. 3 successes.
There it is.
I'd like to, you know what? I'm just gonna bump the, I'm gonna take a lucky strike and then bump the damage 1.
Okay. Making absolutely sure.
Yeah. My D10 here. 7 + 1, 8.
Yeah, that's gonna be enough to set these bad boys ablaze. As it detonates next to these fuel drums, all of this is gonna explode. I'm gonna need a nimble check from you, sir,
You got it.
to try and find some real estate.
And the whole time I'm doing it, I got a shit-eating grin on my face. Nimble. 1, 2 successes.
Got it. You are able to throw your body back behind the concussive blast that, whoa, explodes my camera across the map.
Good game, everybody.
The hangar itself is going to just kind of explode and go flying backward. What pieces of it remain. The BF-109 Messerschmitt inside is blown to pieces, and the 2 poor unfortunate souls that were in here are just going to be instantly incinerated and disintegrated. They're little body parts that are remaining sent flying, and there is now a massive fire over here. What's this one doing? Why are you flying? These things are cool. I like the little fire trail that it leaves, but
That is neat. Yeah.
yeah. And it's like it adjusts itself depending on where you're looking at it. So,
Yeah.
all right, that tree's probably on fire now. There is a hell of a lot of heat right on the other side of that wall from you, as it just resounds with this. The shock blast is gonna rock all of you. Let me get a nimble check actually from the both of you.
Okay.
I did what I do.
Yeah, you boomer.
2 success.
All
One
right.
success.
You both managed to just dive to the prone as this shockwave shoots out. We roll for these Jerrys that are not going to be super
just
duper.
yell.
We're
Be like,
with
"Whoa,
Burke. We
you see
always
that?"
expect explosions.
And just be like, "Whoa, did you see that?"
Yeah, I saw it.
I felt it.
Fancy work.
I feel like my eardrums are pierced at this point.
Who
This-
hides behind oil
Yeah.
drums?
That guy made his save. This guy will also make his save. Although they both do have to go diving to hit the deck. That is their using that as a reaction. The guys right here behind the blast shield, so they're protected. This guy is not. He will. That's a lot of successes. Where are these sixes when I need them in combat? All of
Thankfully
them.
absent.
All of them manage to survive that blast, but they will spend their entire turn just ducking and getting to cover. Except for this guy, because he has the building to protect him.
Mhm.
All right. That was Boomer. Holy moly. The ground is still reverberating, Corporal, as you take yours. Actually, you... Nah, I told you guys to make that. You're good. You are up.
Alrighty. So I think first things first, I'm going to, as a fast action, reload my M1, because my last turn I had fired suppressive to get that other guy off the roof ahead of me.
Mhm.
And then can I grab Webb's dog tag?
Okay.
And then I think I'd just like to use my slow action to move, because I don't think there's anybody. Everybody else is on the other side of that building from me, as far as I know. All I know is that one guy ran.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Oh, I'm saying your slow action, so you can use that to stand back up.
Oh, okay.
Or you can use it to crawl 10 instead of going 20 like you normally would.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just crawl over by the tree right there. I guess, or 10 meters closer to that building. I guess.
You
Just
got it.
kind of trying to stay in the brush.
You're going to try and go around the back side of it or the front side?
Backside's fine.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just kind of making a hasty high crawl, running on your hands and your elbows and your knees, just to get a little bit closer, but staying still in the prone. You end up here in the bushes. Not a terribly good view. There's a lovely little pink flower in your face. You can see the carnage of that explosion.
I can feel the heat from it.
Yeah. All right. That's your go. Germans are up. Riles, you're on deck. Most of them wasted their turn taking cover. Not this fellow. He failed a guts check last time. Let's see if he can succeed it now to stop running away.
-2 because of that explosion.
He didn't see it. He just heard it. So
Oh, yeah, but
if
you
he'd
felt
have seen it, yeah, it'd have been a whole other story. With one, actually 2 successes. He regains his courage. Hearing the explosion, probably incorrectly thinking that's his companions blowing y'all up. He is going to get back into the fray.
He's gonna learn today.
Yep. Let's see. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll put him up here at 12. I'm sorry. 8 plus 10 is 18, not 12. Brian can't do math. 13, no, 19, 20. He'll get here. Actually, that's a big open space. He likes little space. He also likes to fly all over the map. Come here, dude. Right here. He's going to get up here and just kind of lower to a knee. The rest of them wasted their turn, except for the gun crew. Let's make a guts check on these boys. With 2 successes again. Wow, that's the exact same roll. They are staying in the fight. They are going to use their fast action to go on Overwatch. They're waiting for a target to appear, and they are going to light it up. That's the Germans, top of the round. Back to you, Riles. Works on deck.
Okay, I'm going to pop my head up and see if I pop my head up, use my slow action to get up.
Okay.
Can I see Buddy by the air vents?
Fell over yonder, yeah. I mean, as you're standing up here, yeah, you can see him kind of peeking his head around the side.
Awesome. I'm gonna shoot him in the face. I'm just gonna shoot him, not in the face. Not calling my shot.
Isn't shooting the slow action?
I thought you can still. Can you not shoot as a quick action?
No, I think
I
shooting,
don't believe so.
which is okay
Oh
because
yeah.
standing up is usually a fast action, and then shooting's a slow action. So I mean, if you want to
Okay.
swap those, that's
Yeah, that's fine. If I'm just trying to make sure I can stand up and then pop a shot at this guy.
you got it. Yep. So your fast action will have you
or-
stand.
So, question: if I was prone, would I be able to see him still?
I think if you're prone, no. I think that
Yeah.
airman's probably in the way, but by standing up, you can see him around the corner here.
Got it. Yeah, then I will take a shot at him, knowing that if he aims my way, I'm burning a lucky strike to dunk behind that air vent.
You got it.
Give me 3 successes.
I don't like that you're adjusting that.
You got it. Go ahead and roll me a d10 on body location, because he is crouched and he does have a little bit of wall here.
Yep.
So as long as you don't get legs, it'll hit still.
9,
Okay, yeah, you're good. So roll me
Not
that
sure,
damage.
so I think.
and I'm gonna bump the damage by 2.
Okay.
That is 7. And then, let me double click to make sure my damage, because, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, that's gonna crit him. How do you actually let's roll the damage on it. You already got a 9 for your hit location. So
Yep.
roll me an effect here. We'll
Another
see-
D10.
Yes, sir. Yes.
An
Of course
8.
so. Okay, body, internal bleeding. He, as the bullet shoots through, it hits him right in the gut, and he kind of just doubles over in pain. He's not dead, but he is definitely out of this fight. So he's just trying to hold the bleeding in. Rock solid hit.
Nice.
And then that's it. That's all I can do.
Um,
Just wait. I'm about to start doing some country boy parkour after this is over.
you got it. All right, Private Burke, you are up, sir.
Yeah, I look up at Rouse and I'd be like, those flak boys got my number. It's like, y'all need to distract them. I can't move.
Oh, I'm on it.
Let me
So
see.
we'll hit Nikon and get you.
Is there so I'm gonna stand up, or at least crouch.
Got it. Fast action gets you off of the prone.
Now, around the other end of the building, I know you said that everything was blown to smithereens, but is there any cover from debris or parts of what's left of the canopy or anything?
Are you talking like back here?
Right, like if I go around back over there.
You'll have to go back there to see. Because from where
Okay.
you are, I mean, it's overgrown building and extreme heat.
What's the distance from where I am to the building that Riles is standing on?
Let's see, run across here is going to be 20. We'll get you to the door.
That seems like a really bad idea right now.
If you make a calisthenics check, you can try and sprint on top of that and just burst through the door to get to cover.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, you got it. So, go ahead and make me that calisthenics check, please.
I really should have taken more calisthenics if I'm gonna be throwing stuff. One success.
There we go. Let me double check a thing real quick.
We're gonna lucky strike the bob and weave.
Check for that AA gun.
Yep. What's the range? I'm not gonna bother with that question.
Can the anti-aircraft gun actually hit me?
But I'm not an aircraft.
You got him. You unlocked it. You weren't supposed to know that. I am not seeing anti-aircraft gun stats, weirdly enough. We will.
Didn't we decide last time that it was tech and operate?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see like damage and.
No damage. It's
fire
fine.
rate.
It's black.
I'm just gonna give him an MG42 stat. Although this is a big boy cannon.
Yeah.
Look at the size of those bullets. All right.
Yeah.
And he does have a shot on you as you're running across here. So it's crew weapon, it's stabilized.
Is there? I know that usually there's like a lucky strike burn to like take cover or anything like that. Is there anything like dodge?
There's
Like anything I can do?
if you have your fast action, you can use that to hit the dirt, but you used your fast action to stand up.
So I'd have to burn a lucky strike.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, one
Now-
to burn.
Yeah, I do. I've got two,
All right, so
but I don't want to hit the dirt in the middle of the airfield.
Yeah.
I'm guessing probably not a good idea. You know what? I'm gonna play his background fearless. I'm gonna go for it.
You got it. Puro huevos.
Yep.
Alrighty. As you're sprinting across, you can see just across the way this anti-aircraft gun that's leveled right at you. And there's that fearsome moment where you see this bright light come from the cannon as the round explodes out the barrel. And there's this moment where your ears pop from the pressure as it shoots literally inches past your head. And the air pressure just... and they missed. With all those dice, I couldn't get one success.
That just means you're gonna die from a straight grenade now.
Yeah, I'm gonna barge through that door.
You go hauling it with a successful calisthenics check. You just dive with that sprint and manage to find yourself just barely on the inside of it here.
I'll check my bits. I'm just gonna be like checking everything.
You look and like you're just kind of shocked and amazed that everything is actually like where it's supposed to be. I'm just gonna lock you guys up here on the roof so you don't fall through to the floor. You are now inside. And probably
that thing in front of me, is that a locker or is that a door?
this is a door.
Okay, cool.
You've gone sliding into it here and just bursted through. I don't get it. I rolled 3 dice and I'll get 2 successes, and I rolled 10 dice and I get none.
Man, I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna be playing cricket here pretty soon. But I role played it because that's what he would do.
Hey, yeah, and you went to you played to your trait. So Props.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's part of the game.
I'm just gonna
that
sit
is-
there and stare into space for a little bit.
That is
for
an
the rest of-
experience point too for playing to your.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Ah,
Virtue.
dice are falling.
Flaw.
Thank you. It's a flaw or a virtue for him?
Virtue.
A little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a D4 fall. I'm sure I'll find that later when it hamstrings me.
Ooh.
All right. Corporal Don Juan, you are up, sir.
All right. I think I'm gonna take fast action to stand up.
Okay.
And I think I'll just take my slow action to move forward around the side of this building here.
Got it. 17 will get you up here, or are you trying to go this way?
Ideally, I want to get all the way around this building so that way I can start making headway towards these other guys.
Got it.
But yeah, let's see it's 17 and kind of what I can see from right there, maybe.
As you go sprinting through this kind of overgrown brush, and around the side you can see containers. There is a looks like a construction vehicle over there, and yeah, I don't know that you'll be able to see that gun crew yet.
Yeah.
That guy is laying, but he's out of sight for you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you don't see them, they don't see you, but you still have 3 more if you want to go 3 more.
I think. Can I go 3 just to the right around this wall here?
Yeah.
So that way I'm a little bit further, maybe out of sight from those guys back there, because I can hear that gun going off, but
Oh yeah, it was.
can't see it.
All right, we'll get you back around here.
Yeah.
You got it. As this has been happening, there is from a ways to the west a little bit. Actually, I'm sorry. This is coming from the north. In the far tree line, having been moving stealthily this entire time, staying low, staying hidden, Private Leroy Parker, you have heard this loud blast, and it's confirmed that this gun is in action. Your orders from Lieutenant Ellington was to take this gun out of commission. You're here in this heavily wooded area, having snuck up on these guys. So you're probably going to be right about here. You tell me where you want to be in this tree line.
Sorry, I'm muted. A little bit, maybe a little bit closer.
Okay.
Up towards those, maybe between those 2 rocks right there. Yeah, no, actually, you go even closer than that.
Right here?
Yep, that's fine.
Got it. It's kind of peeping through the brush. You can see this gun crew opening fire. Some of the other ones hit the deck when this massive hangar to your left just exploded. The trees shielded you from that. You've seen the debris, and some of the debris is still kind of actively falling. What would you like to do?
What's the range to that crew?
They are going to be 24 meters.
Go ahead and I'll fast action aim. I'll go ahead and take a shot at the one that's sitting in the chair.
Got it. So go ahead, would, and please make that attack roll for me and give yourself that +1 dice, the aim.
And then is there a bonus for, are they considered surprised?
Yeah, you do have the jump on them here. I mean, you're in cover, you're concealed, like they don't know that you're out here. Yeah, give yourself a 2 dice bump on that.
It's been so long to remember how to play. I gotta roll a 6, right?
Yeah. Got to come back more often, buddy.
Last time we played, we were flying jets, so it was not as much.
Pit fires, but yeah.
I got 2 successes.
There it is. All right, roll that damage for me, sir.
So D10,
Yes, sir.
8.
Okay, and do you have a bump from your weapon, or are you adding that?
I'm adding that already.
Okay. With 2 successes, do you want to bump the damage by 1? Or take a lucky strike?
I'll take a lucky strike.
Got it. All right, getting back to my damage tables. Here we go. 8 is going to hit him for 2 points of damage. Let's see. It's been so long since you hit a guy and didn't kill him.
I know. Usually they're just dead.
The round shoots out and kind of impacts into his foot, and he kind of screams out in pain, but he's still in his seated position.
You'll never tap dance again.
Yep, he's not having a good day. That's slow action, fast action. You are done, sir. Germans are up, sir. The guys that are next to him, let's see. You are gonna go ahead and stand up. This guy doesn't have a weapon because he was a crewman, driver of that half track. He is going to, let's see. You can get to your feet now. You can get up too. I'm just gonna replace him with, oops, not the fire. I'm gonna replace him with one of these boys. Yeah. Just because I don't have that model run. This guy saw that shot come from over here, from relatively close by. And he is going to attempt to pop off a shot at you, sir. It's going to give you 4 dice, which means I'll probably succeed because it's a very low number of dice.
Mhm.
Apparently, that's the only way I can succeed. Nope. Do you have any foo bars?
Sorry, muted player. No.
Okay. He fires his shot off, but it goes through the brush next to you. You over here. You are going to... Oh, you took your fast action to stand up. Does he have a visual? No, you're on the other side of this. He can't see you. He is going to go take his slow action to get some better cover. So let's see. He's going to run back here. But that is his fast and slow action. What about this guy? Can he see you? Keep hitting that. It moves me up when I'm in the first person, but it's terrible in third.
Yeah,
There's
TTS does that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got no sight on you. You're on the other side of the gun from him. He is going to take, that was his fast action to get back to his feet. And he will take his slow action to move closer to this building. Get behind cover over here. Anti-aircraft gun crew is going to attempt to maneuver that around, having heard that shot from your direction.
Yay.
And they will be able to succeed in that endeavor. Now it's going to glitch on me because it doesn't like me. We'll know that those guys are manning the gun. Nah, I'm being lazy. I'll just move them. These boys kind of turn the gun around in relatively quick order. They are going to now see if they can actually use this gun for something other than looking cool. Come on, Commander. There we go. They've turned it around and they are going to go ahead and pop off that, or attempt to shoot at you with that gun.
I'm going to burn my lucky strike to try to give some negatives to them.
You got it.
Jump
So
out of the way.
yeah, let's see. I think you can dive behind cover, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to dive behind cover. Maybe those rocks that are right there. Maybe some of the trees behind me. Anywhere really that I can dive to.
It's gonna be pretty sparse. Yeah, let's see. You can probably try and like dive behind here.
Yeah, that's fine.
You do a kickflip in the process.
Super sick.
Wicked. Running over there, taking that dive down. You're prone, so that's gonna subtract them a dice down to 9.
And this is how Parker dies. It was fun being back just for the 20 minutes I was here.
Yeah, I
Goes up,
survived.
pisses off an anti-air gun, and then just gets blown apart.
That's it. That's the story. That's where it ends.
And we won't even know.
Nope.
There's like a random shot further down the field, and then an explosion.
Like, yes, they took their fire and turned it around again.
We got lucky, guys.
That was 2 successes, to clarify. Let me see.
You know, are they doing pray and spray, or do they see him? Are they just kind of guessing where he's at?
It has a 10-meter blast radius.
So it doesn't matter. Good. Yeah. Good talk.
Yeah, the cover. Yeah, the cover will help a little bit, maybe. That's why I subtracted a dice from their attack.
Yeah.
It's going to be a +2 bump to the damage.
Oof.
You are in the blast radius.
Even the 10 meters I moved back from where I was sitting earlier.
Yeah, getting behind those rocks. I mean, it's an explosive shell designed to blow up airplanes.
All right.
But he's not an airplane. Remember?
I'm not an airplane.
You're not an airplane. Let's see. It's only a +2
You're-
bump on the damage here.
Significantly squishier than an airplane.
That's the point.
So you're saying it's like jelly, like it'll just wave off of me. It'll be okay. Got it.
So
Got it.
that's a 9 on the damage.
Holy
Ooh.
shit.
On the D10 roll, right? So
There
6
goes
plus 1
Parker.
success is 7. And then +2 bumps that to 9, which is, I believe, 2
At
points.
least it's not a crit.
Yeah, at least it's not a crit. It was 1 south of a crit. 9 points. Yep, 2 points of damage. We were 1 away from getting critted. So
Oh.
go ahead and take your endurance down by 2. And
You know, this moments like this, I'm very happy that I took the tough talent.
yeah, you got some shrapnel probably from this blast. So your
That's
first
what I was gonna take.
your first damage to a condition is going to go into wounds. So take 1 off of that. You're now considered nicked. And the second one is up to you. Where are you going to put that one?
I'll go with. I don't want to go with morale or fear. I'm gonna go with tired.
Okay.
No, wait.
So-
You know what? I'm gonna take wounds up to 2 to cut.
All right. And remember, if you get to 3, you're gonzos. You're down.
Yeah, I guess that
Taking
is
that to
true.
morale.
That's up to you. It's totally up to you. Whatever column that's in takes that negative modifier by how many ticks you have underneath it in condition.
Yeah, I'll go with. It's gonna make me a little nervous. In the fear category.
You've got it. Having an anti-aircraft gun shoot at you is a nerve-wracking event, and as some of that shrapnel peppers you probably in the top of your butt, it very much becomes real. Like, oh boy, you have made these boys mad. They're not a fan. That concludes the Germans' go. Back to the top with Riles.
All right, country boy parkour time.
Got it. Let's switch this back. So you got a rooftop.
Yep, I am going to since I know that guy over there is downed, I am going to get off this building. Not through the ladder. I'm going to go off the side.
Oh, okay.
Again, climbing.
That's a 4-meter drop.
4-meter drop? I've done that. That's just jumping off the roof of a barn. I'm 18. I got good ankles.
Oh, you're a paratrooper, I guess. Go for it. Okay.
No, you don't.
You don't have them for much longer, but you got them right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 meters is kind of high, isn't it?
It's
If
12
I
feet.
can I
That's
use
like
can I use a
12 feet.
nimble check with climber to like hang off the side, drop down safely? Ish.
I don't think that's correct. It's 5 meters. Sorry, comparing on the screen, the ruler does like a whack distance when you try and do vertical things, right? See, like right here it says 11. Yeah, so it's gonna be about I think that's probably gonna be like a 20-foot drop here, 25.
Oh, 20-foot drop? Yeah, I'll go down the ladder. Okay, I definitely just like
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind
go
of
down the ladder.
misinterpreted. I like misinterpreted how tall that building was.
No, that's all good, man. All right, you climb back down the ladder here. In the inside, you can see probably right as Private Bird just goes sliding in through the door.
I'm just like, Bert, come on, we gotta move.
And I just kind of stared. I'm like, fuck.
I'm gonna go past Burke out the door. I'm gonna just use all like fast and slow action to get out of everything.
I say that your slow action will probably end right about here to get you to the door.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go straight down the building. Wait, can I see them from here?
The anti-aircraft gun?
Yeah.
No, they're on the other side of this.
Great. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight that way then.
Got it.
And then at whatever the very end is, I'm gonna go diagonal 1 to
Okay.
the left.
So we'll have you come right about there.
Yeah.
All right. Booking it, just full country boy.
I haven't got
away
to do
from-
country board parkour yet.
You'll get there.
I'll
The
get
time
there.
will come. Private Burke, you are up. Corporal Don Juan on deck.
All right. What's the distance from where I am to that other building in front of us?
Over where this truck is.
Yes.
Let's see. It's gonna take you. Don't be like that. 3 to get to the edge, and then from the edge to there is another 20.
Okay, so I wouldn't make it, or I'd have to do a calisthenics check, right?
Every success on a calisthenics check gives you 1 extra meter.
I keep forgetting about calisthenics checks.
Yeah, for trying to sprint it.
Yep.
No, I guess I'll use my entire turn, my fast and slow action to get there.
Or he's gonna take your fast to get back up from the prone.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because you dove through the door there to get in.
Mhm.
All right, so fast action gets you back on your feet. Slow action.
Well, you said there was a door in front of me, right?
Yeah, this is the door right here.
Oh, no, I thought, okay, that's a locker. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is a jail cell, but yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I will go as far as I can and lean to the left and
3, 4. And then you still got 16 left here. So you're trying to go like right about here or more left?
more left. Yeah. Like I need cover.
Back here?
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll just go down to Tigany.
Got it. Just running over as you get by this German truck and its little trailer, kind of sliding to a stop here. You can see this German nearby who was shot in the spine, kind of convulsing, still not quite dead.
I think that's all I got.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. Oh man, I'm looking at the wrong thing over here. All right, Corporal Don Juan, you're up, sir, and Private Parker's on deck.
All right. So from where I'm at, I'm thinking my best move. Looking at like this sort of like shipping container looking thing on the side of this building next to me.
Mhm.
Does it look like I might be able to make a jump from that onto like the roof of the next building up?
I mean, there is a stairwell here, or like a ladder. Are you trying to jump from?
I want to get on top of the building on the left there.
Okay.
And I just don't see like a ladder on this side, and I don't know what's inside there.
Okay. Yeah, there's no ladder on the outside of this building. So.
Heard. Well, in that case, can I take a fast action to move Can I move up to that door and try and like take a peek inside and see if there's anyone in there?
All right, so fast action going up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll get you to the inside. As you come charging through to the inside, this is like a maintenance bay. You can see there's a very nice Mercedes-Benz staff car that is in here. But beyond that,
Brick wheels.
yeah, looks pretty empty.
Okay. In that case, I think I am just going to use the rest of my slow action to move as well, to get up that ladder and into like a firing position on this roof up here.
Got it.
Hopefully with some cover.
Yeah. So that's it was 9. We're gonna get you right here to the top of the stairwell.
Yeah, but the thing I'd like to be like sort of like kneeling up, you know, to where like I can like just see over this ledge at like the crew manning that anti-aircraft gun.
Got it. So gonna need to come a little bit more forward. There, you're starting to have just the faintest bit of a view.
Perfect.
Got it.
Could I have? I'm sorry. Could we retcon a second and see if I could have rolled a calisthenics check to make it that last like 2 meters or meter to the truck?
Yeah. Well, okay. So this truck here.
No successes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
No successes.
All right. No worries. You're trying to book it, but that BAR is heavy.
Yeah.
All right. Corporal is up on the top deck. Private Parker in the aircraft gun is taking you on. What are you gonna do?
What's the role for playing dead? Is that a role? I'm gonna try to move position just out of range of it. I'm gonna go, I guess, from my position, it's that direction, but I'm gonna try to stealth that way, kind of using the explosions to the left of me and what just happened in front of me. Go further into those trees, and try to sneak a little bit to reposition myself so they can't fire on me again without trying to see me.
Okay, so let's see. Where are you at? You're right here. So like back this a ways?
Yeah, back that a ways.
Okay, so your fast action, we can get you just kind of booking it in a crawl, low crawl over here around. And go ahead for your slow action, make me a nimble check. I'm sorry, not nimble, infiltrate.
Infiltrate.
I was like, oh no.
Yep, my bad.
Already? It's too soon. All right, hold on. I'm good at that. Do I get a bonus for cover?
Yeah, you do have some good cover here, so we'll give you a take an extra dice on that. There's not going to be Skyrim level of like, oh, must have been the wind. Like,
Oh, no.
There. They're just struggling to see you in the moment.
4 successes.
Oh, dang.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got the extra one. No, just 4 successes.
Okay. As you get over there and just kind of duck yourself down behind the tree, I say you're probably able to even, in that process, pick up a little bit of a rock and kind of throw it to make a noise distraction a little bit further away. So not only do they not see you, they think you're probably somewhere else.
Then I'm going to sit here, and my goal is next time I'm going to line up another shot and go try to die again. But that'll be next turn.
All right, you got it, sir. Takes us back to the Jerry's. Trying to be quick with them, guys. I promise. There's a lot of them. I'm not having them all go at the same time.
It's okay. This is lots of fun.
Yeah.
This dude is going to look and see. He's going to roll a perception check. It's intelligence based 4. No bonuses. Seeing if he can spot you.
And he beat 4 successes.
Oh yeah, with your 3 additional successes, I'll take away 3 dice from him. We'll give him a single one to try and see you. It's a 6.
Damn.
I only
Let's say I knew
succeed
it.
on low digit dice. This is slightly infuriating. As he saw you kind of like go, he saw your foot pop over the top. He is going to go ahead and use his fast action to move back over here by the gun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and say to them a bunch of German. That guy's over there. Das Amerikaner in den Staaten. Feuer das. And with that, before we get to them dudes, actually, yeah, he ran to them. We'll do them next. Now that he's pointed out your general direction, they obviously don't have an exact spot on you, but they know vaguely where you are. They are going to first see if they can get it reloaded. They do. And now they will attempt to fire. Actually, the commander, this is what I should have done last time. I apologize. The commander is going to make a command check. No successes, so there are no bonuses. And the gunner will make a shot.
Do they need to readjust their aim?
It's yeah, it's kind of in that process for the shot.
Okay,
Because they're not like spinning the whole thing all the way around.
gotcha.
Like a
I tried to help you, Parker.
You see that slight adjustment of the cannon as it turns to face you, and as the round blasts, it explodes about 50 feet behind you, as one of the big rocks in front of you just kind of it goes ricocheting over your shoulder. Because I can't hit with 10 dice.
Only one.
I can succeed on 4. I can succeed on 1. Cannot succeed on 10 dice.
That's not true. You hit me. You did good, buddy.
Okay, the first one did.
Yeah.
And we're grateful for it.
Thank you. That's the sadism I'm looking for. Well, that shot missed. This dude back here is going to pop his head up. And having seen where that shot was directed, is going to try and take a shot at you as well. That is going to be 4 dice. No, and his shot also goes through the tree line. So these conscripted aircrew are not having a good luck. This dude is going to not be a fan of being outside. Gonna go indoors. I'm just gonna lock you in place up here, sir. As he goes in underneath you.
Would I be able to hear him under there?
You probably hear the door opening down below you.
Okay.
He's gonna come inside, and that was 1, 2, 3. Use the rest of his movement to climb that ladder because he wants a better vantage point. Until, oh, surprise, there's an American on the roof in his face. He'll take his slow action to try and get you with a close combat. As you've heard that door and you're kind of looking over the edge, and it's worth pointing out, all right, I did remove the roof here, but normally this is kind of covered.
Okay.
He is going to quickly grab that knife out and try and slash you with it. That will be 3 + 1, 4 dice. That's my apparently sweet spot. He gets the knife and comes diving at you. You're gonna take any. You already used your fast action, right? On your turn.
I think I had used my fast action on my turn, and I am out of lucky strikes.
Okay. The knife, he gets it out, and as he slices it out at you, you kind of roll it the last second, and it slices open your backpack, but it does not strike flesh.
Ooh, thank goodness.
Kick him in the face. Kick him in the face.
All right, that I believe is all of the Germans. Let's go back to the top with Riles. Let's see, where'd you go?
I feel like this is stupid, but I feel like it's what I'm used to.
Just do it.
I'm climbing that
question.
sniper tower.
There it is. All right.
I need Overwatch. Because as far as I'm aware, our sniper's not here, so somebody's got to take up the mantle.
That's our unit name. It's Action of Violence and Extreme Stupidity.
I say 14, so 20 is going to get you right about there.
Can I, instead of a calisthenics to get up there,
Yeah.
since I'm such a expert climber, can I use my nimble climbing feature to try to make a nimble check to get to the top?
Yeah. Go for it.
Sort of like a sprint.
Yeah, we'll say if you can land that nimble check that you're going to be able to make it up here with just your slow action. Still have your fast action on standby.
All right. If I don't hit this on 9 dice, I'm a loser.
Hey now.
I mean, it happens to the best of us. One
Good
success.
save.
Okay. You hustle up here, getting to the top of it, just kind of skipping rungs as you go, just boom, 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 boom. You make it all the way bounding to the top. This German machine gunner is laying next to you as you get to the top.
Can I kneel when I get there?
Yeah. He's just kind of gurgling blood. You can hear his feet kind of scratching in this.
I'm just going to keep my focus straight forward.
You got it. Looking out, you can see a German pop his head up out of this next building and try and stab a knife quickly into Corporal Donald's back. Kind of miss and slice into his pack instead.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Got it. Burke, you're up. Don Juan, you're on deck.
Heard.
All right. So from where I'm at, could you give me a 20-meter straight line to see where I can get in towards the sniper tower?
So it's going to be 10 to get there to the base.
Okay. So, but I wanted to kind of go around the building.
Okay.
Around
this
the right
way?
side of the building. Yeah.
You got it. I mean, it's open on the bottom. You could probably just run straight through there. So was it 17 to get you right here?
But I have a view of the AA gun.
I mean, you're gonna see the barrel for sure. But the way that it's angled right now, you're not gonna have a visual in the crew.
And if I go out an extra 3 meters out, would I or like out so I can see it?
Let me find where you are again. Here we go. So like full 20, like over here.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, you have a pretty good view of him right there. No cover, but good view. That is your full slow action run to get over there.
Oh yeah, I'd have to use a fast action to draw the rocket launcher. Okay, so I'll just run to the corner of the building.
Okay.
With my slow action, and then I will pull the rocket launcher with my fast action.
Got it. Let me go ahead and swap you. Sprinting over to the edge as you're kind of putting the BAR on its sling, just letting it flop at your hips. Reaching around behind you where the bazooka has been kind of stuffed through your pack and pulling it back out. It does still need a reload. Something to keep in mind. But you do have it out now on standby. Score that reload next round. Don Juan, you are up. Parker's on deck.
Okie dokie. So I've got this guy up in my face. I was looking at the disengage option here. And it says I have to make a nimble test to move away to outside engaged range from them. It doesn't, it says the distance you move depends on the type of action you use. So like my thought is, can I use a fast action to just get like a few feet away and then like turn around and pop a few rounds off at this guy with my rifle?
Sure.
Okay. So it's a nimble test?
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie.
On a fail on that, he's going to get it to make an attack at you.
Yes, and I cannot dodge or parry said attack, is what it's saying here.
I thought you were going to go with the old shove a grenade down the shirt, kick him back down the ladder trick.
I unfortunately lost all of my grenades on the jump in. And so I haven't had any yet. When we find some like somewhere to re-up on supplies, I'm definitely going to be picking some up. if we do.
Yeah.
Nimble test. That's 2 successes.
Okay, you see as he's getting that knife ready, you kind of just like, he suspects you're going for like to try and stab him. You instead just kind of push his arm back, and it throws him off balance long enough for you to take a couple of steps away. Which way are you headed?
I guess I'll pull back like towards the middle of the roof As far as that fast action disengage will allow me, and then I want to slow action pop this dude in the face.
Okay. So as you break away from him and you're just kind of sprinting back here as he's struggling to get back to his composure and get himself readied, you whip around at the edge and kind of take the rifle up for a hip shot. Go and make that attack.
Okay. And then any negative modifiers on this one?
Let's see. You were moving, but
I don't think so. I just wasn't sure because like on the map it kind of looks like he's halfway like up the stairs, but I know he was like fighting with me.
Oh yeah, he's actually like on the roof here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just double checking. Range combat modifiers. No. And you can shoot at an engaged target. It's just at a -3.
Yeah, I wanted to just put some distance between me and him.
Yeah, you got it.
I didn't like the look of that knife in my face.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Back roll. No changes to it.
Okay, cool. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Boom, there it is. All
All
right.
right.
Lucky strikes or bump of damage.
Can I take one lucky strike and bump the damage by 2?
You got it.
All right. And then the damage roll here is going to be let's see, so that's 2 + 2 + 2 is 6.
Okay. Yeah, as he only had 1 endurance left here, so he's on his
good.
last legs, and as you see him kind of come up, he's struggling to get back onto his feet, and it's the moment that he stands up that your round goes out, popping him in the chest, and here at the edge of the roof is fell through the roof.
I mean, that was pretty apropos.
Yeah.
They see a guy roll down the roof.
Yep, he's just gonna go flopping down the roof and thump into the dirt on the ground past it.
Guts check.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
hey, they did see a buddy die right next to them, so that will force a guts check on them.
Hey, there we go.
And yes, so maybe they'll turn away from me and focus on the roof. That's a good idea.
I'm just hoping they don't have view of that sniper tower.
I was hoping to get those guys off your back.
Thank you.
Trying to take out a couple of them, but that guy coming up on the roof sort of had other plans for me.
I usually
I
shoot
didn't
better
know
than
that
that.
guy
I
was
shot
out
his
there.
foot.
Okay, the gun crew all succeeded. The guy next to him did not. So on his next turn,
Nice.
he's going to use his turn to run and take cover.
Nice.
Just saw his buddy that was there a second ago run inside and then go falling off the roof dead. So he knows death is close and he is slightly afraid.
Death roll buff.
All right, that's how paratroopers roll.
Exactly.
Private Parker, you are up, sir.
All right, so they shot at me. I hid. They shot my general direction, but missed. Do their attention still seem like they're focused on me at this point with what's going on around them?
They definitely have noticed there's something going on the roof, but the gun is still pointed at you at the moment.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna aim at the gunner, and I wanna hold my action. Now, can I even get a bead on the gunner? They have those shields in front of them.
It does have the gun shield in the front, and you're staring at nothing but a whole lot of foliage right now.
I'll move up.
Okay. Fast action move or slow action?
How much to get me to the point where I can see a little bit?
About 7 will get you there.
7.
Mhm.
So that's going to be a fast action move.
Yeah. But you're prone, so that's going to half that to 5, actually. That was 7, so taking it back to...
Get right in between those.
Yeah, right in between those. Can I see from this area through the bushes?
I don't know why your guy hates just trying to look straight. Yeah, You can have stop.
What am I doing?
I don't know. There's something wrong with your model that like he just wants to go like straight up.
I mean, I can see it on my screen, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't know. Those are big bushes. You tell me. Can I see from this vantage?
You can see the gun through the kind of swaying of the tall grass, but it is going to be pretty obstructed. You do know where it is.
Do I see a Boomer coming around the corner over there? Kind of. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there he is. He's right at the edge. So yeah, from where you are, you can see him.
I'm gonna assume that I'm very stealthy, and that they don't know that I'm here, and that someone just dropped off the roof. So I'm gonna take my slow action to aim.
All right.
At the gunner, and I'm gonna wait. And I might die, but that's fine.
So the only one that you got to really a beat on is the commander who's popping his head over the top looking for you.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
I mean, if they swing the gun over to us, he'll have a clear shot.
Yeah.
But if he goes to like Overwatch,
there is also this guy that you'd be able to see.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I'll go to Overwatch instead of aiming just to see if I can. If they happen to turn, I get a shot. I'll take it.
So you need to save your fast action for Overwatch.
All right. Well, then
your fast action to move.
Can I say that instead I use my slow action to move and I still have my fast action?
If you have to have both. So you use your fast action to be able to use the slow action out of turn.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't. You have to have both.
oh,
Yeah.
That's fine. Then I guess I'm just aiming.
Okay. Taking the second in, you're aiming at the commander, the gun commander.
Gun commander, slow action. You don't see me. I'm stealthy as hell.
You got it. You are stealth. Germans are up. Guy on the roof is dead. This dude failed his guts check. He is going to spend his turn just trying to get away to cover. He's actually... Yeah. He's going to run back here. His slow action, getting behind that rock, falling through the world. I'm going to run
into the fetal position.
Yeah. Run more guts check for him. Nah, he's booking it. He is just running as fast as he can run. This guy right here did not see the body drop. And that dude ran away behind him. He is going to be looking for you. Oh, he saw where you were a second ago. He just popped his shot, but you moved again. I'm gonna have him look for you again. There's the other guy that spotted you. So he does spot you. Let's see. That he'll look for somebody. I'm betting that's gonna be a slow action.
Is it contested or no?
Not yet. We'll say... See, I'm not seeing any of these that says like to look for someone specifically. So I'll have this take up his slow action, but he did have a single success. Not going to be able to pop off the shot, but he sees you, and he will be aiming for a shot on the next round.
Good to know. I shoot the commander, he shoots me.
Gun crew. Let's see, you've moved, so we're gonna have the commander make a check, see if he can see you. He does with 2 successes. He's gonna deliver one of those to his gunner as a bump of 1 dice. Let's see if the loader gets it loaded first. He does with 2 successes.
Of course he does.
We'll use that to bump up the damage by 1 if it hits. And the gunner is going to be rolling with 1 extra dice thanks to his commander's successful spot. With 2 successes. No, I didn't roll enough dice. That was 7 dice. I needed 10. And actually 11. 1 more success in there. So 3 successes total. I'll bump the damage by 2. As that round is going to come flying in your direction. Let's see what the damage dice lands on. It's going to be bumped by 2 by the weapon and 2 from the additional successes. That will put it at a 6, which is a 1 point of damage. So it shatters and it bursts into the tree, like right near you. Some of the shrapnel kind of peppers you in the lower back. Take 1 more point of endurance and 1 more condition mark.
Big splinter in the butt.
Yeah. And let me know which one you're taking this in.
I'm tired.
See, if you had taken that in wounds, you would have been down right now.
Yep.
I got to choose where I take it, so I probably wouldn't have put the 3rd one in wounds.
No, I mean like that last turn, you were gonna put both in wounds.
Well, yeah, but you still get to choose whenever
I
you
get to
take
choose where
damage.
it goes.
It's
Yes.
just the very
nice.
first one that the GM chooses.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Everything after that is player choice. Okey-doke. That was the gun's turn. Guy on the roof is dead. I think that's it for the Germans. They're running out of people. You guys are back up once more. On the top is Riles.
Now I can't see that gun from the sniper tower, even though I thought I might be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, with the angle on it, unfortunately, no.
What if I tried to like shimmy my way up further onto the top of the roof of it?
Okay. Make me another nimble check, please.
God. Because right now it's like, all right, well, it's either up and back down ladder. I feel like all I've done is climb ladders. 2
Oh,
successes.
damn, you're good at it though.
I am the best climber you've ever seen.
You kind of use your squirrely rye country nimbleness to get up onto the absolute top of this guard tower. You can see the barrel now kind of peeking down over there and the crew.
And we'll say if it was fast action to climb that.
Yeah, I'll allow that as fast action.
Okay, and I will all right, I'm gonna how far am I away from him?
Let's see.
Just to make sure I'm calculating my is it less than 50? Oh yeah, we're good.
As the crow flies, that's a 30 feet. But you are how many feet up? That's not going to show me. The buildings I said were 20. That's probably going to put
like
you...
another 30. It's like 30 foot probably tower.
You're
All right,
35.
bust out Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah, I knew it would come in someday. Thank you, Pythagoras. You are 35 feet up on the roof of this tower.
And how far away?
27, I think, from them.
Yeah, so this is the guy you have the best shot on. 32.
32
A squared plus B squared.
equals C squared.
Okay.
Weaponizing math.
You know,
So
this is what this game had over D&D was there was no math. But
There's
Here I
still
am.
math.
there's always math.
But I
Take it
think
away
it'll be
from
a
it.
damage because it'll be like a reduction because it'll be like what 67
You're just -1 to your shot.
minus 1 of the shot.
No,
Yep.
it's not going to be 67.
So not. I'm bad at math. I failed geometry.
Hold on. Where's my calculator?
Yeah, I'm pulling it out right now.
Pythagorean calculator.
We're
Here you
gonna
go.
figure this out.
$44 and some change.
You're good.
Easy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Which guy can I shoot?
The one that's right here on the back, that's going to be the loader.
The loader. Okay.
Yeah.
One success.
Ooh, there it is. That's all it needs.
Can I? How many lucky strikes can you burn? Just one.
You can burn both if you want.
Do I burn both to bump the damage by 2?
By 4.
By 4?
It's 2 per lucky strike.
I'm gonna burn. I'm burning them. I'm burning them to bump the damage by 4. Because
Well,
if
you-
I can take that loader out, they can't reload to shoot whoever they're shooting at. Some mystery forest man.
This guy
Well,
that's aggroing the entire gun while you guys are firing
Well, no,
at it.
you burn the lucky strike to add 2 extra to the damage dice.
Yeah.
Where
So
you
you'd be
see-
rolling 6 dice. Well, that's the rule that you had put out a couple of
You push through.
sessions ago.
So I'm just looking at the lucky strikes here. Push your
With one of
luck.
the options to burn him.
You may re-roll the original roll. Subsequent dice count. You may add 2 to your dice pool, if not allowed. So that's like for attack rolls, not for damage.
Right, for
You
attack
could-
rolls.
You could re-roll damage.
Mm-hmm.
You could change a minor plot point. You can gain a fast action for the sole purpose of reacting to close attack or close
He could
combat.
add 4 to the attack roll, and he could add those successes to the damage if he gets them.
Yeah. If you want
Okay.
to,
Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll just add 4 dice.
yeah. You can't bump the damage.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much,
that's
but
fine.
You do have more chances at it.
Yeah, I'll bump the dice up then. I'll burn both of them.
Okay.
2 successes, so it'll be
Oh.
bumped by 2.
You got it.
Okay, well. It'll be 3 plus 4, so 7 total.
All right, it's gonna land him 2 points of damage. He had 2 left.
Slumps
Whoops.
over.
2 minus 2 is 0. As that, I keep doing that. I keep hitting spacebar on accident with my big fat thumbs. This dude has that round come fly out, and it goes straight in through the side of his neck, and he just kind of doubles over with this loud as he just drops down to the ground. Yeah, I'll throw it to him.
That's one of my favorite mechanics.
That's 2 successes for the gunner, and for the commander, that is a single success. So they steal their resolve. These are the toughest guys in the Luftwaffe right now.
They know they're about to die.
They're facing it bravely. All right, that was.
Hopefully they
your-
can't reload and turn and shoot me in the face on this tower.
All right, Burke, you are up, sir. Don Juan's on deck.
All right, so I'm going to run into that door that's on the side of the building, kind of open it up.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it up and use it for cover.
You
Like
got it.
I'm gonna slip inside the building.
Okay.
But keep the door open.
You got it.
And then I'm gonna reload the rocket launcher to use it next turn.
You've got it. We'll know that you are just inside this door a little bit here.
Mhm.
Spare from opening it up. Go ahead and make me a heavy weapons check for that reload.
You got it.
This is your second and last round with the bazooka.
1 success.
Get it kind of like rested on the concrete floor inside. Take the other round that you had in your pack out and insert it. Get that properly loaded now. Corporal Don Juan, you're up. Parker's on deck.
I'm just gonna
All
steady my
right.
breathing.
Save
Um,
me!
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use fast action to move up towards the other end of this building again, and take a knee if I can, and pop off a shot at the commander on that gun.
Got it. He's gonna. Yep. We'll see if you can hit him first, and then we'll roll a hit location
Yeah, for sure.
because he's on the far side of it.
Actually, what I'd like to do is I want to rapid fire,
Okay.
and well, okay. You said the commander's on the far side of the gun, right?
Yeah. got
Okay,
the-
sorry, I thought he was the guy on the right here.
That's the
I guess
gunner.
I'll take my initial shot at the gunner. I would like to rapid fire, and any extra successes would like to maybe throw one at the commander as well.
Okay.
I believe that is how the mechanic works for the
Yeah.
rapid fire. You have to
I was-
Gonna
declare
sweep.
the extra targets before you make the roll, I think is what it says.
Let's see. Combat. Just gonna double check. Make
Yeah,
sure I'm
all good.
reading that right. Close combat. No. Ranged attacks.
You guys see it here, rapid fire.
Yeah. 3 rounds of ammo. Your targets must be announced before. You need to commit. Cannot target more individuals than the number of bullets fired. It's 2 dudes, 3 bullets. You're good. If you score multiple hits, you may distribute extra successes among the targets you nominated. This gives you a +1 gear die at the expense of the bullets used. You will only need to roll once, applying modifiers against the hardest to hit target for the single roll. So it will be against the commander.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any cover modifiers to my dice pool or anything?
It is going to, if you do hit him, actually he's going to have partial cover here. So go ahead and make your attack roll. I'll find the cover.
In from the roof at that angle.
He's got a good angle because it's a slope down.
Okay.
I'll give him a heavy 4.
Okay.
But only on the bottom half.
All right. So attack roll, that's 3 successes.
All right. I'm going to roll that heavy 4 for the defense. No successes. So roll a hit location for me.
Okay. D10. That's an 8
Yep, you're good.
for the location. All right. And then damage.
You pushing it all to him, or are you trying to distribute?
So yeah, can I do 2 on the commander?
Mhm.
And then the 1 on the gunner?
You got it.
All right.
So we'll use a same damage roll applied to both.
Okay. So it's gonna be ooh dog. That's a 10.
There
Plus
it
2
is.
is 12.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, just the 2 for the damage on the M1.
Okay. These 2 guys that are here manning it, you pop up, and with a rapid fire succession, how do you kill these dudes?
I like to think that I like first shot kind of comes at the gunner, like just splatters brains all over the commander as he sort of like turns to look, and it's just like one to the chest and then one to the head.
Rapid fire succession, the gun crew is splattered as the gunner gets pink misted in the commander's face. He turns just in time to get domed himself, and as that bullet ricochets through the helmet, you can hear that the metal as that gun crew is splattered rapidly. Let's see, is anybody even left over here? Just this guy. The other dude ran away. He does not have a visual though, so he's not gonna have to take that guts check.
Okay. That's all right.
Beefy hit. That gun crew is gonzo. Private Parker, you're up. You just watched the gun crew get mowed down, and this other dude who's peeking his head up around the corner just spying you hard.
Fine by me. I didn't want to deal with that gun crew anyway. I'll turn my attention to that guy that's over there, and we'll do a fast action aim, slow action fire.
Got it. You've got line of sight through the bushes here. He's partially obscured through the tall grass between the 2 of you, so take a -1 penalty from that grass obstruction, which will offset the fast aim.
The fast aim, yeah.
Yeah, so just a regular attack.
Yeah, 2 successes.
There it is.
I'm gonna use my last lucky strike because I don't feel like dying. Throw 2 more dice into it.
You got it.
1 more success, so 3 successes total.
Okay, go ahead and roll that damage. You taking lucky strikes or bumping damage?
Bumping the damage.
You got it.
Okay, I'll take 1 lucky strike and do 1. Bump the damage by 2.
You had 3, yeah. You had 3 successes total, right?
Yes.
So 1 hits, and then that leaves you with 2. So
2.
1 lucky strike and 1 point for damage bump.
You know, I've been rolling a D10 with a D8 this entire time. That's
buddy.
Oh no.
I've been there.
Playing hard mode.
I'm not gonna complain.
Got a 7.
Okay, and that's with a bump.
No, with the bump will be 8.
And
What's
does your
your-
weapon give you a bonus?
Oh, then it'll be another 9. So it'll be a 9 total.
Okay, still the one south of the critical.
Right there. Not good enough today, boys.
You have a lucky strike. You can re-roll the damage if you want to try and get higher. But you got to go with the new roll.
I have to go with the new roll?
Nope.
Do you guys think I should try to do it?
Nope.
I mean,
I'd say that lucky strike to dodge out of the way when he shoots at you because he's gonna.
Nah, I'm doing
that's a
it.
good point.
Damn.
Hey, gotta risk it for the
No
biscuit.
guts, no glory.
That's what I like to see. It's about to be a 10 on the dice.
Or a 1.
No,
No,
you're
it's a-
actually
it's a
rolling
king.
a
Nothing in
10.
between.
I got a 9. So 9 plus 1 would be a 10 total.
Yeah,
plus
there you
your.
go.
Yep.
I will take that. Plus another one, so 11.
Okay, that'll crit him. He's the last guy out here. Other guy has run away. How do you take him out?
I'm just gonna sigh very calmly and breathe out as I focus on him, and I'm gonna fire the shot. So we're just gonna impact with his jaw and kind of go up into his helmet and kind of just scatterbrain him for a moment before he drops.
This poor air crewman doesn't even have a helmet. It's just hat. But the
threw his
hat gets
cover.
shredded out the backside as his jaw is blown off and his head just kind of whips back. He falls to the ground with a scream.
Indication you all been shooting at me this entire time.
I'll be like, there's
Uh,
someone in the bushes, and I'll aim my bazooka.
And that was the last of Private Parker.
Blown to smithereens by friendly fire.
As for flavor, I don't know everyone's dead, so I just come around the corner and I set aim, big old grin on my face, and see everyone's dead, and I'm like, oh, just kind of put it down.
From the roof, I hear that. It's like, sorry, Bert. Had to get him.
It's okay. You got a half track in a plane, and so that's all right.
Still got the rest of the German army to blow up.
Yep.
The moment kind of subsides a little bit as you guys catch your breath. The gunfire is still kind of raging all around, but comes to kind of a calm relatively quick in the handful of seconds that pass by here.
I'll just be like, where's Webb?
Didn't make it. That son of a bitch saved me.
Sanchez?
He didn't make it.
I know I saw Sanchez get blown to.
Yeah.
To spam, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Corsetti.
Corsetti's.
Oh, it was Corsetti.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I like both
exit
of them.
I'm gonna exit the bushes with my hands up.
No.
Don't shoot me. Is that you, Boomer?
Yep.
Parker, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Y'all miss me? Just gonna kind of waddle over, some shrapnel in my shoulder.
Walking kind of funny.
I'm tired. I don't know if you realized, but that big old gun was shooting at me like this whole time. Where's
Yeah.
Pop my eardrum.
Riles? Where's Chief? Where's what?
Yeah, if you just see, I'm just like dangling like my legs over the roof of the sniper tower, and I'm kind of just sitting there looking down, like finally able to catch my breath after I, just saw somebody jump on a grenade to save me.
Oh,
But I'm just still like perched on the sniper tower at the moment.
damn it!
I
he's
just
got
give you
my
like
spot.
I just give you like one of those like 2-finger like salutes.
Is this all that's made it?
I think so.
Like it. I'll just go and sit down on the AA gun. Stick a seat.
It's a little bit of pink mist to sweep off before you can get a good seat.
That's all right. I'm covered in piss and mud and blood. It doesn't matter.
It's a
Four.
visceral scene as you take the seat here, catching your breaths. And as the gunfires kind of come to a lull, you can actually hear some birds chirping. It just throws off the entire dynamic and the fact that there are dead and dying men kind of littered around you.
Can I make a perception check to see, since I'm up so high, to see if like I can see any like more of the battle and like if I have like a bird's eye view of what's going on?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me that perception check, sir.
I'm terrible at these. I'm not gonna see shit. Let me see.
By the way, Dom Juan, thank you for saving my aspect there.
0 successes. I'm just
Oh,
up
I
here
got you. I got you.
in a stupor.
I can only let my best sniper get blown up
I did
any
not
more than he
perform
already
today.
was.
As this is occurring, let's go ahead and handle the campaign battle real quick for the rest of what's going on here.
Okay.
All right. You guys able to see there?
Oh yeah.
Let's do a campaign battle. So first things first, let's
I'm
talk.
rolling really bad, so let me roll for the bad guys.
Let's talk ratio. So these are now the big units will be a battalion, and then smaller units is going to be like significant individuals or smaller units, right? So up here we have you guys, Elgop, Abel, this hangar which has now been blown to smithereens. The Messerschmitt's been splattered. The fuel truck is gonzos. And you took out that Luftwaffe air crew that was there. Pushing through to the further south was Betsy and the rest of the M4 Shermans. They are currently engaging Panzers on the airfield. The rest of the 82nd Airborne troops are over here, currently engaged with some Italians and Germans. On the western side, the 1st Infantry Division is pushing in and meeting some heavy German resistance as they try and breach the airfield from the main entryway. You guys are also being supported, though, from conquered Piazza Ridge with friendly artillery, and the rest of the mortars from the 505th.
Nice.
So let's talk some ratios. For big units, for battalion size elements, we'll count them as 1. For small elements, we'll count them as a half. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5, 8. And then over here, we've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 and a half, 20, 20 and a half, 21 and a half, 22 and a half. That's the allied count. We'll make the smaller numbers in a minute. All right, allies, you had 22. Let's count the enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and a half. 16, 17 for the tanks. Totally forgot to add your tanks. That would put you at 24. And that puts them at 17. What's a good way that we could produce 17 prime number? We'll round them to 18. Or 17 and a half. How could we reduce
Round them down to 15. I mean, I'm just saying.
9, 12. So 3 over 4, roughly.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
3 to 4, rather.
All right. So US will get 4 dice. Axis will get 3. Since you're at roughly a 4-to-3 ratio. Let's talk equipment. You have these 2 panzer platoons. You've also got 2 tank platoons of your own, plus artillery and mortars. I'm going to say that that's going to give you guys 2 and then 1. Command. You guys have not only Jumpin' Jim Gavin out here with you, giving you a pretty significant leadership boost, but also the leadership element of the 1st Infantry Division pushing up. I'm going to give you guys a 2 for that. The German commander here has been fighting since the Blitzkrieg 4 years ago, so he will get just a 1. Let's go to morale. The U.S. is on the roll. You guys are punching through, but you have started taking some casualties. I'm going to put you at 1. The Germans are seeing their positions evaporated, seeing they have no help from the Italians. I'm going to put their morale at 0. For defense, they're definitely holding more entrenched positions on a established base. I'm going to put their defense at 2 and yours at 0. The weather is not really a factor here, so 0 for both. PC contribution for them is going to be 0. But you guys did manage to breach. You've now distracted them, at least, if nothing else, on this eastern end of the airfield. And I will go ahead and give that. In addition to cutting those communication lines prior to this, so they can't really radio for help, we're going to bump that to 2 then. So let's tally up those total. Axis is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Allies is 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. All right, so let's roll some dice and see some results here. Let me go back to my campaign battles portion. Who wants to roll for which side? I'm just kidding. Everybody's going to roll for everything. Campaign battles. Here we go. These are going to be doubles, right? So for every dice, I got to remember it now. For every dice you roll, right?
I don't remember.
Once
It's been a while
per.
since we've done this.
Okay.
Hard time remembering.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm just gonna double check here. Play your phase. All right, here's the battle phase. Each has its battle dice pool. For every success, they'll roll on the outcome table to see what damage or impact they had. All
We
right.
cancel out successes first, and then just do the right? I can do the whole
No.
thing?
We're gonna do the whole thing. So
Okay.
let me get one of you to roll 11 dice. Who'd like to take that?
I got you.
You got it, and someone to roll 7.
I'll roll 7.
Okay.
Are we rolling for successes?
Yes. Let me know how many successes you get here.
4 successes.
Okay.
2.
So 2 access success, 2 for 4. I'm sorry, 4 for US. English words are hard. All right, let's go ahead and let's do the axis. Actually, you guys are in the offensive, so let's push you first. So let me get each of you to roll doubles for me, please.
And refresh me. Doubles is just 2d6.
Yes, and one is going to be your tens place, one is your ones place.
Yeah, that's right. You can't roll them simultaneously.
Yeah.
I got different colored dice.
As do I.
So I'll go through you one at a time, and just as I see you on my screen, that way we can just keep it a little organized, but keep a track of those. Chef, what did you get, sir?
43.
43. They lose 1 battle dice and 1 unit falls back. Okay, their total goes down to 10. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. That's wrong, guys. They go down to 6. 1 unit falls back. It's going to be the Italians. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
Always is.
I'm sure all the Italians listening to this are like, what?
They hate us so much.
Didn't suck that much. Yeah, those guys are going to book it back. There's really nowhere for them to go. They're just going to try and pull away from the fighting.
Like, we'll get your flank. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were in Sicily, not France.
Ooh, got him.
Ooh, hold on now.
Burned everyone's ancestors. All right, Boomer, what'd you get on yours, sir?
46.
46. 1 enemy unit falls back under pressure. Can't fall back, they rout. The enemy army loses a battle die. They're going to go down to 5 as these Italians. Oops, he should have said battalions. The Italian battalions. These boys are going to go ahead and surrender. Take them off the map. That is your 1st Battalion brothers leading that charge right here. Let's see. Don Juan, what you need, sir?
I got a 41.
41. They lose another battle dice and another unit falls back. They're down to 4. They're running out of Italians. They might have to have a German unit retreat. Oh, there's still one left. He can't really get out. It's probably going to be the these infantry on the side, retreating as well, trying to get away. And last one, Private Parker. What do you have, sir?
31.
31. Enemies being disorganized. They lose another battle dice. They're down to 3 as their organization is just crumbling, trying to get organized. Some guys are outside trying to get into the base. Some of them are trying to hold the base.
It was 7-5, wasn't it? So they're down to 2.
It was 11-7 for the total dice.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good, sir. And for the 2 axis successes, I'm gonna roll these because no, I'm just kidding. I rolled all day. Let me get one of you to roll and one of you else to roll.
I'll
got one.
roll.
Okay. Let's go with Boomer. What'd you get first?
23.
This unit in the force spearheads an attack, breaks through enemy, or overruns an enemy position. That is probably going to be this these boys right here, overrunning 3rd Battalion 504th. Your brothers are getting pushed back. And the second one.
That was a 16.
16, very low. This force's next roll on this table can be re-rolled, but the second result must be kept. Okay. Oh, I should have done that one first. All right. The battle's progressing. Let's do one more round here and see where it goes. They're down to 3 dice for the Axis. You still have all 11. So let me get somebody to roll the 11 for me and someone to roll 3. Preferably the guys who didn't just roll those 2.
Parker, you want 11 or you want 3? You muted?
Muted. Muted player, third award.
So say I have 11 dice, but I'll do 3 or 11. It's up to you.
Yeah, I've got 11 in my hand, so I'll roll them.
I got a 5, a 1, and a 3.
All right, no successes for them.
4 successes for ally.
Hey, so let me get everybody to roll doubles again. Let's see the effects, and I'll just go down as I see you in this row. So we'll start with Chef.
We have a 44.
44. 1 unit falls back under pressure. If they can't, they rout. They lose a battle dice. They're down to 2 now. I'm gonna say this is probably the heavy weapons company's been just taking the beating. They will fall back all the way to the center of the airfield.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Private Boomer, what you got, buddy?
33.
33. Your force rallies, reinforcements arrive, or an artillery barrage is perfectly placed. Your force gains 1 battle die. All right, you bump up to
Nice.
12 now. This is probably going to be the effects coming in of the tank pushing through, or your friendly tank here on the backside. Maybe the mortar fire is just hitting right to
Mortar
stop
boys
Panzers pushing in as they're afraid of getting popped.
and stovepipers.
Yes, sir. Corporal Don Juan, what'd you get, sir?
34.
It's going to be the same effect. The Germans are down to 1 dice left. Somebody is going to run away or retreat. It's going to be you guys. They are all pushing back, realizing that they are losing ground quickly. And Private Parker, what'd you get, sir?
53.
53. All units in this force that are routing or falling back gain heart and recover. This army gains 1 battle die. You go back, so you guys go to 13, and your 1 unit that had been overrun kind of reforms himself on the exterior here.
Nice.
There is only one dice left. I'm going to roll for them and see what they do not have a single success. So we will say that in pretty short order that the allies are going to overrun this base, and the commander will go out and he's going to just surrender to spare the rest of his guys the slaughter that is rapidly approaching, kind of realizing that the situation is not going in their favor. Switch this view. And it's in this moment where they're kind of being shattered and broken that you guys can see all around the airfield hundreds of these German soldiers with their hands up, kind of marching in files and ranks.
Oh no, my rocket launcher misfires.
And we're back
Probably
to
not the best idea.
Yeah.
It's funny how you slip back and forth between that.
As they start kind of being rounded up, the rumble of a jeep started to be heard approaching you guys. And as this jeep kind of rolls up closer here, the fellow who gets out of it, once it does finally pull up, is a bit of a sight for sore eyes. Lieutenant Ellington getting out of the jeep. He now actually has lieutenant ranks on. You can see the little butter bar pin on his collar and one that's been stuck to his helmet here.
I just stand up tiredly and salute. LT.
We don't salute in the field. You're gonna get my head blown off.
I mean, those butter bars on your head are more than enough.
I know. It's pretty obnoxious. So, how'd it go? Where's Corsetti? Where's Webb?
Well,
And look
sir,
down.
we were able to accomplish our mission, but we lost Webb and Corsetti.
Kind of like pauses for a second, looking down. How'd they go?
From what I understand, Corsetti jumped on a grenade to save Chef, and right before, or as he was bleeding out, Webb, he managed to take down Jerry that was running at me with a bayonet. I think both of them deserve whatever honors we can give them.
Completely agree.
Give a lot.
Yeah, I know pieces of metal and little fancy ribbons don't mean much in the face of kind of gestures around to the smoldering hangar nearby, half track that's still burning.
I just kind of grin.
At least you guys put the hurt on him. That's all we can do.
We did, sir.
Jeez. All right. I have a task for you guys. I want y'all to take this jeep, and it kind of fishes into this side-strapped shoulder bag and pulls out a smaller bag that's kind of like burlap. It jingles. When he pulls it out, you can kind of know instantly this is a collection of dog tags. If you guys have any more, add them in.
Yeah, I assume in this little lull, we went and got Webbs and Corsetti's if we could find them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I said I was going to pick up Webbs in the combat, but yeah.
Yeah.
Would I know that that's like standard practice, or could I hold on to Corsetti's?
I mean, you know
standard
this,
practice.
yeah, this is standard practice. This is how they notify folks, families back home.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
As those are collected, he hands them to you, Corporal Donalds. I want you guys to take this Jeep, take these dog tags, go meet up with Lieutenant Colonel Gorham, find the other companies,
Oh,
collect theirs. What's up?
that's
About that.
another bit of unfortunate news. Gorham's dog tags are gonna be added to the collection.
He kind of like rubs his head and takes his helmet off for a second. You kidding me?
Face down a tank. Took it on himself.
Son of a bitch took one down by himself.
They called him hard nosed for a reason. I knew he was like a boxer back in the day, but God, that's courage right there. All right. You guys know the battalion executive,
Don't know the XO.
Major Winton?
Point us in the direction.
Well, the main push is a little bit outside of the gate, where you guys just punched a gate, I guess. You'll find them over there, probably rounding up a bunch of these Italians. They gave a pretty good hurt to 3rd Battalion 504th, but we held out okay.
Be here.
Go find them, get the dog tags, and then if the major has a report, I want you guys to take it down to the beachhead at Gela, find the division headquarters for the 82nd, turn these in. While you're there, I know it's a Jeep, it's not much, as much food and ammo as you could load this little thing up with.
Yes, sir.
Pack it in.
Yes, sir. We may actually have a second vehicle if we need to load up a little bit more food and ammo. Looks like the Jerry's left a Mercedes in that hangar over there.
Ooh. Well, their loss, our gain. Just make sure you paint it friendly before you ride it.
Will do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's your marching orders. I'm giving you guys a 24-hour window. Be back before nightfall tomorrow. Rest, please. He kind of looks at you, Boomer. Shower. How do you get so dirty?
Things explode around me. I don't know what to tell you.
Crawling through the mud, the blood, and the guts, sir.
Yep, that's fair. That's why we make the big bucks, right?
Getting paid for this?
Right.
Hey,
You guys are getting paid?
paratroopers, baby. We get an extra 50
Yeah.
bucks a month.
Yep.
All right. Nope, you got your marching orders. Move out. Make it so.
Yes, sir. I'll walk over to the Merc and see, what can be done about it.
Okay. Make a let's call this a, I want to say survival. I think we tried to decide this again last time.
'Cause I've got Tinkerer. I know that adds to trying to repair vehicles and weapons.
Okay. May actually need that. Let me get a tech check first.
Okay, so it's gonna be 8.
And yeah, you can add your bonus to that.
My Tinker. Okay.
Yeah.
4 successes.
There it is. The beautiful little Mercedes here. It's in pretty good shape, save for the fact that the radiator grill is currently detached. Looks like they were in the process of replacing it. You know how to fix that. Easy day.
Yep. I look around for any coolant, or if there's no coolant, water.
Perception check for me, sir.
Let's see here. 7. Is this add my Tinker bonus?
Yeah, you can add to this too.
4 successes again.
There it is. Looking through it, you kind of find the coolant that you need for this radiator relatively quick. This is the thing they were in the process of fixing, so it's kind of on standby. You're able to not only find that, you find the funnel that you need. to fill it back up, and the tools that have been left underneath it, underneath this Mercedes, to have it reattached as well. These guys were probably on their lunch break when everything went crazy.
Bad lunch break. I'll just whistle while I work. Get that merc going.
Okay. What's everybody else doing while Burke is getting this Mercedes fixed up?
Think
I'll also check to see if the gun from that other half track is salvageable.
The machine gun on the top.
Mhm.
Yeah, the guy took it off. He detached it, and then
okay.
he got disintegrated. So
Yeah.
it's probably not.
So that's a no.
Yeah, but the machine gun of the guy in the tower is intact.
yeah.
You guys took out in like the first second.
Nice.
I'll probably hang out by the Jeep, smoke a cigarette, and just wait because he said rest. We get to go rest, so I'm very excited to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you guys think it's funny? I'm fixing this. I'm gonna lie in the back while we go.
Maybe try to get out some of the little pieces of shrapnel that are stuck in my arm while I'm sitting there.
Stings. This is like getting poked by a porcupine or leaning up against a cactus.
Mm-hmm.
One by one, I'll just pluck them all out.
Okay.
I think I'd probably looking around, seeing if I can find any spare clips for my M1, or perhaps like a med kit or something.
Okay. Corsetti's gear has been blown to bits by that grenade. All of his ammo was on his waist, and he dove on it.
Yeah,
Private Webb had a carbine.
I did. That's right.
So his ammo is incompatible for you.
I still got a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey Donald, do you think you could look for some spirits? I'm sure these Germans stashed something around here.
Yeah, can I look and see if I find any sort of like booze or anything?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Because these Germans are known for their fun habits.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be doing the same thing, but for my other objective that I'm supposed to accomplish, which is finding food,
Yeah, go for
things
it.
to cook.
Survival check as well, please, sir.
I got no successes looking for booze.
Oh, that's sad.
These Germans were on a very
Sad day.
strict no beer diet.
I'm
Two
looking around to see if I
successes.
can make a distillery.
2 successes. You look into one of these buildings, which you kind of come to realize is a barracks, or at least like kind of like a holding place likely for pilots to sleep between flights. And one of the footlockers in here does have it has several of these large bratwurst that have been stowed inside it and kind of wrapped, along with a half a wheel of this Gouda cheese.
Ooh, Gouda. It's good.
There's also a full loaf of wheat bread, as this was probably like the snack shack, if you will, for their flight crews.
Does this look like it's enough for us, or like?
Does it look like
We
there's
can give
anything
to
to cook
them.
it?
No,
you-
this has already been kind of like pre-prepared.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be enough for you guys to make a meal out of it.
Is there any left over that we can give back to the rest of the troops?
Oh, this is a picnic. This isn't
Nothing,
like
yeah.
a feast.
Yeah, not a feast, unfortunately.
Yeah, then I would probably, I mean, if like we're resting and just waiting on Boomer to get this thing fixed anyways, and plus I just need something to take my mind off of everything else going on around me, I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
cool, then I'm gonna just like whip up some, like half-baked charcuterie board type situation.
Okay.
Just like around the Jeep where we're all standing.
You prepare some delicious hors d'oeuvres in relatively short order. I don't think I'm gonna make you roll for chef.
Roll for chef.
Roll for cooking.
Roll for the cook.
Mini
Come on,
game
this is-
unlocked.
This is literally your
Roll for presentation.
Yes. Gordon
Uh,
Ramsay will be
You could
pleased.
boil it in your helmet. I wouldn't care.
oh yeah, at this point, you guys have had nothing but very bad rations. The actual food is a huge,
Sea rats.
huge bonus. But you've whipped it up pretty well, Chef. The LT comes by as he's kind of looking at you repairing it, Bert. So you guys are just gonna drive a German Mercedes around?
We're gonna scratch it up, and we'll be, accompanied by a U.S. Jeep. You got a flag I can hang on this thing?
Nah, I don't. But I don't know if you can get some paint, just
Like I'll
wash out
scrape the paint off.
Yeah, scrape
Can I
it.
look
if you
around
can't
for
paint it.
paint?
Make another survival check for me, sir.
There's nose paint, so it's
There
gonna be
it
a
is.
bright yellow.
One success.
There is that bright yellow nose paint, and there is also typical German gray.
I mean,
Go with the
I don't think
yellow.
either of those are options. Do you really want to paint us a bright yellow? Like, and looking around at the planes. Like,
Well-
maybe we should just scrape it off as best we can. Maybe scrape
No.
the insignias off.
I feel like I'm gonna get shot right in this thing by our own people.
Well, maybe it was
Germans
a lost
around here
cause.
that-
Right, we can write USA in yellow on the side.
There's enough dead Jerry's around here too that we could probably add some red to it.
Ooh,
Dark.
we could just write USA on the
Fair
side of
point.
it, side and top of it in yellow. So at least the planes know not to, or hopefully know not to drop bombs on us.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna go ahead and ride in the Jeep.
I'm gonna ride in the Jeep.
Yeah,
All
that's
right
a
with you guys,
fact.
guys.
I
Yeah.
caught
I'll be
shotgun.
right.
Maybe we just leave the Mercedes here. And
I'm imagining myself being a pilot and like coming down and seeing this Mercedes that has USA written on the top of it. I feel like I'm still gonna bomb it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We need to get supplies for these boys. Like, we're not gonna fit much in the Jeep with the four of us.
Mhm.
Like, we gotta do it. They need it. I mean, I'll drive the Merc, that's fine. But these boys need supplies.
All right, I'll ride with you in the Merc.
All right, so
Brave,
we've got
brave, 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 brave.
If you can take the gunner position, that'll give us a little extra cover.
Can do.
so the corporal and private Boomer gonna take the Mercedes, and then Chef and Parker, you two are driving.
And I'll drive so he can continue picking shrapnel out of his shoulder.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna
That
scrape
means
those
I
iron
mean,
crosses off.
I could do it while I drive if you want me to, but then I can't smoke a cigarette at the same time. That's where things get complicated. Two things are
It take-
okay.
Mhm.
Like one of the dead Germans' knives and just scrape those iron crosses off.
Okay.
At least try to do something.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are able to just scratch it out and just scrub that paint off, to the point where it's no longer, super obvious that it had Nazi markings. Looks more like somebody tried to take it to a chop shop. And it's a little bit of a rat's nest now. A little bit more wasteland vibe. But at least it doesn't have that very obvious Nazi markings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me get a operate check from my drivers.
Oh God, this is my.
Two
This was
successes.
this was a hog thing. I'm gonna push my luck.
Oh,
One success, one food bar.
okay. Let's see. I'm gonna mark that. One foobar for Chef.
Can I give him one of my successes to wipe that?
You guys are
Perfect,
different
in a perfect
vehicles here.
Yeah.
As you guys begin driving these vehicles further south down the road, you pass a number of these destroyed little Italian mini tanks, these little Fiat 3000s. You pass scores of bodies that have been lined up on the side of the road. Most of them are Germans, but there are Americans as well. You're able to navigate this relatively easily. It's still like a little bit of a unsettling sight to pass by so many of these bodies with the knowledge like this could have been you guys very, very easily.
Mhm.
And the scene kind of changes the further you get from the front line to being a little bit more of like a sense of get everything ready, get it together. You find, as you get closer to the beach, the smell of the water starts kind of really sinking in. And before too long, you can actually start to hear the waves crashing as you come up to the beachhead. There are easily 1,000 ships out in the water that are in various processes of loading and unloading. Hundreds of trucks, big old 7 tons, jeeps, several tanks. There's also several that have been blown up here on the beach that are just the hulking wreckage thereof. And you can see makeshift graveyards line the beach. But there are various larger tents set up, which you guys probably would recognize as being like command posts.
So yeah, sort of signal ahead to the other guys, and we head over towards this command center looking for its.
I'll wait for
German.
Riles to get in front of me, so it doesn't look like an American chasing a German.
Yeah, true.
Okay. As you come up to one of these larger tents, you pull up to it and kind of come to a stop here. And as the engine kind of cuts off, realizing you're probably in the right place now. Let me get a perception check from the front car.
I should have stayed in the front.
I haven't passed a perception check this entire campaign.
Man,
Nice.
I love me some perception checks.
Yeah,
It's
I got
fun.
7 dice on those.
Yeah, that's no big deal. 3 successes.
Okay.
Jesus.
You're the one who spots it, Private Parker, as a heavy hand comes down on your shoulder. And your head kind of turns instinctively. You doing all right there, Private? You look like you might be a little bit lost. And you kind of turn to look and see the first thing that strikes your eyes is a set of stars on the collar.
No.
Oh,
4 of them.
oh,
As old Blood and Guts himself, General Patton, is staring at you.
No.
Speak
No,
up, son.
No, we're not lost. We got sent over here to pick up some supplies to go back to the front. And there's some dog tags too. The Mercedes is following us. Riley, can you talk so I stop talking?
Lieutenant Ellington, sir, we were at the airfield, and we're coming. We just got off of Piazza Ridge, took the airfield. We're coming to pick up, deliver supplies, and bring back some dog tags, sir.
Oh, oh yeah. He kind of like slaps your arm on the shoulder where your 82nd Airborne patch is. Paratroopers, I love it. How did the fighting go out there? Piazza Ridge. Give me the inside scoop. What are the Jerrys like?
They don't give up easy, sir. But
Well,
they
I'm told they bleed pretty good.
they do that real well.
They rain down in pieces pretty well too.
Hell yeah. Well, good work, troops. Gotta say I'm damn proud of all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I won't stop you from getting your supplies. Carry on. Wish you the best of luck. And if you see any Germans, tell them old Blood and Guts gonna give them all hell.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kind of gives you a good pat on the shoulder, Parker, as he walks off, and you can see one of his adjutants kind of like scrambling out of the tent, looking around for him, and spots him, and looks at you for a second, confused, and then goes chasing after him.
Just gonna put my hands up. I don't know what just happened. That's fine.
I'll just go into the command tent.
As you go inside, there is a lot of brass. Like the lowest ranking person you see in here is a captain.
Mhm.
And everybody else is majors and colonels. There's a 1-star general in here at the moment. There's a couple folks kind of gathered around him. But the one that stands out to you immediately is this tall, lanky string bean of a man that you know to be Colonel Gavin.
I'll just kind of wave at him, see if I can get his attention.
He kind of stops in the process of typing this report on a typewriter to acknowledge you, and kind of stands up with a bit of a stretch, walks your way. Hey, how's it going there, Private Burke, right?
Yes, sir.
Want to say
I don't
you're
know if
in,
it's a good thing or bad thing you didn't know my name.
believe it or not, I've heard a couple of things about you. Your command structure speaks glowingly of you.
That's good to hear, sir.
What news you got there, Private?
We just took the airfield and we're here to resupply our boys. Confiscated a German Merc. Didn't get blown up on the way over here, luckily. But we just need to load this up. Our boys need supplies badly.
All right, we can do that. Make sure that they get loaded. Congratulations, that was fantastic work for all of you. All of you, seriously good work. By taking that airfield, we've started to secure our first foothold into really taking Italy. We'll be able to land planes here now at Ponte Olivo to resupply our boys. No more waiting on ships. We get what we need when we need it much quicker. So fantastic
hear,
work.
sir.
I know you're probably hoping to hear that we're going to have some days off, but I regret to inform you that's not going to necessarily be the case. We have to make the push while we got the Jerrys on the back heel.
That's all right. That's what we're here for.
There will be time on the back end. Also, another thing I know you're not going to want to hear, but kind of looks past you at the Mercedes. I'm going to need that Mercedes. I'll get you a one of the big GMCs, filled to the brim, bullets and beer.
As long as we can get supplies back to the front, sir, I'm fine.
Good man. Corporal Donald's, right?
Yes, sir.
I heard you had a bit of a battlefield promotion after Lieutenant Ellington bumped up. I guess
That's
Sergeant
correct,
Ellington
sir.
bumped up to Lieutenant Ellington. Hey, so while you're here, stop by the S1 shop. All right, I'm gonna need you to pick up some corporal chevrons and get those bad boys sewn on. You're not a PFC anymore.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I won't stop you guys any longer. Grab some hot shower. The showers are right there. Get those things loaded up. You know what? Actually, I'll do you one better. All of these little S1 wimps, never seen a fight in their life. I'll get them to load it up for you, huh?
Hey, that's
Much appreciated,
like
sir.
Yeah, you
I could
guys
use
are
a
out there.
shower.
Yeah, right down that way. You see the that kind of large tent? It's got the Red Cross on it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's the one you're gonna go for. Go in there. They try and give you some crap about it being an officer's shower. You tell them Colonel Gavin sent you personally. And if they got guff with that, I'll come over and yell at them. But I don't think they will.
Appreciate that, Colonel.
Thank you.
Thank
I'll
you.
just salute and wait for him to turn his back so I can leave.
All right, carry on, boys. Carry on. And he goes back to his typing.
I'll just start like stripping clothes off while I'm walking to the tent. Like I'm exhausted. And fuck.
As you're just in the process of, you're almost down to your skivvies by the time you get to the tent itself. The guy guarding it is looks like he's a specialist 4 or a tech 4, sort of equivalent to a corporal, but like a specialized role.
Mhm.
More ominously, his helmet has MP on it. In very big, bold letters.
Doing a fantastic job, and I'll just gotta walk past him.
You feel the hand just reach out and like catch you on the chest and like pull you a little bit back. Easy there. I don't even know what rank you are. What are you?
I'm about to take a shower, is what I am.
Actually,
Or Gavin.
we're all about to take a shower.
Yeah, this
So-
is the officer shower, boys.
Not
Go
together.
talk to Gavin, and I'll just keep walking in.
He grabs your arm as you're walking by. Oh, go talk to Gavin?
Yeah,
And that's a
It's-
colonel you're talking about. You gotta
yeah.
put some respect on that name.
Go talk to Colonel Gavin. Excuse me, and I'll remove his hand. Walk past him.
As you walk in, he looks over at you, Corporal Donalds. That's your troop?
Hey, we were given orders. Corporal Gavin said to hit the showers. These showers specifically.
Colonel Gavin.
I thought I said Colonel. I'm sorry.
I thought you said Corporal.
No,
Thank you,
sorry.
Colonel. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I just misheard that. That's why I wanted to clarify. Okay, yeah, well then just lead with that, you know? There's no need, whatever. Go take your
Well,
dumb
I
shower.
did.
Bert,
And-
Bert gets excited. I apologize on his behalf.
It's fine. I know you guys are stressed out. Everybody's stressed out.
I just kind of clap him on the shoulder as I walk past him. Like no hard feelings type of thing.
Yeah, we're good.
Pulls out a cigarette and starts packing it as you guys all go in and enjoy this very well-earned shower. Let's just
Mhm.
do one last thing before we wrap this up. So I realized we forgot to roll for casualties on that campaign battle.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah.
That's an important part.
unfortunately.
Casualties. Okay, let's see. Each army rolls 1d6 and adds the number of their battle roll successes to the total. So we're not going to worry about the Axis because you guys have conquered them. We're going to worry about their successes, which was 2. So let me
Mhm.
get 2 people to roll a d6 for me.
8d6.
No, just 2 people to
Oh.
roll 1d6.
I have
Got
one
it.
d6 in my hand.
Okay.
Go for it.
I roll a
Roll
4.
2.
This many.
I got this many.
You had okay. Sorry, no, I was reading a thing. You had 2, Private Bird,
Mhm.
and you had
Sir.
4, Parker. So that bumps it to a 6 total. Okay, your unit has suffered some light casualties, a few serious, and some KIA.
Hmm.
So beyond yourselves, there's probably going to be a couple other folks that did not make it. To come to find out, several people get wounded.
Mhm.
But you are able to take a nice shower. Yeah, it's weird how like these casualty tables just end up being like pretty much.
Yeah, we lost
what we-
Webb, lost Corsetti.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
wounded.
You
But
got
they're
wounded.
historically accurate.
Yeah, and then you
Mhm.
guys totally trumped them, just like actually happened. As you finish taking this shower and getting dressed, Corporal Donalds, there's some of the S1 folks that are able to get your corporal chevrons sewn into your uniform now.
Nice.
So you're very much officially a corporal. There is a 7-ton GMC, very large truck that is loaded up with ammo and rations and actually a couple of like hot rations that are designed to be eaten same day. And as that is filled up to the brim and your Jeep is topped off, you guys will be able to make your triumphant return back to the unit with all of this in tow, along with a letter that's been handed to you specifically, Corporal Donalds, from Colonel Gavin. This is going to be addressed to Major Winton, your new battalion commander.
Alrighty.
That is
And then
where
we were able to drop off the dog tags as well, yeah?
Yes, sort of just in this
Okay.
process, these dog tags
Yeah.
are turned in. Your reports on what has happened will be taken. And this is going to eventually lead to a Distinguished Service Cross for Private Webb and a Medal of Honor for Private Corsetti.
Before we leave, I'd like to try to find the colonel and just, shake his hand and tell him thank you for your help in case I don't see you again. It's appreciated.
Well, honestly, man, it's appreciated by me. I'm eternally grateful for the sacrifices and the heroics that you boys put on display every single time out there. That's why I jumped in with you, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's what we're here for.
And I always have to ask every time that I meet some of the boys from the unit, where are you from?
Boston.
Okay. New
Bama.
York will be rivals. Bama, all right.
Louisiana.
Louisiana, okay.
We all bleed green here, sir.
It's true.
From just an Okie from Muskogee, sir.
All right, well, a lot of Southern representation. You boys know why they call us the All-Americans, right?
We're from
What's that?
everywhere.
We're from everywhere. Every single state in the Union is represented in this division. It's a proud legacy we bear. Make America proud, boys.
Yes,
Do our
sir.
best, sir.
I'll salute and, leave.
All right, get out there. Get ready to lay some hell. No sleep till we take all of Sicily, huh?
Yes, sir.
Sounds like a plan.
Kind of nods and gives you guys the salute. And who's taking the Jeep here?
I'll take the GMC since I was driving the Merc.
Okay, so Burke
I think
and
I'll
the Jeep.
just stick with Burke.
You got it.
Parker,
I
you're
ship some
driving this time.
rations.
What's that?
Said Parker's driving this time.
Hey, that's a bold assumption to assume I even know how to drive.
Yeah, true.
You should probably drive before we
Yeah.
get there.
I'll
I mean,
drive.
if the kid from Louisiana knows how to drive, just saying.
As you guys are driving, there is a third vehicle that's going to be following you. This vehicle is another one of these GMCs that is filled with replacements. Guys that had been injured in the jump mostly, that practice jump in Tunisia before you actually came out here, that have healed up, that are now ready to rejoin the unit. Some of these guys will be filtering into your platoon and your company.
Would they have
Okay.
medical facilities? Yeah, they would have medical facilities here too. Like this is probably like one of the main ones.
Yeah,
Would
I
my
can get
brother would my
patched up
brother
here.
be there?
He would be there.
So yeah, if we had any time, I'd probably go visit. I'd probably just go shit talk my brother.
As you see him sitting there and kind of like nursing his injured hand, what does Chef say to him?
First, he reaches out for a handshake.
What does
He's an asshole at heart.
what does Bobby do?
Probably just like slaps it with his other hand.
To which Chef does.
He's just gonna be like, "Damn, I'm glad to see you're alive, but you're probably more use back on the farm, anyways." Well, half use. And then, yeah, it's probably just like some small like brotherly banter back and forth, and then again letting him know he's safe, letting him know to tell his parents. Kind of, he gives them a rundown of what the unit's done. Hog probably still wishes he was there, but basically at the end, like, give him a hug, tell mom and daddy that I said hi, and I'll be back soon, one way or another.
with that friendly and brotherly embrace with your brother, you're able to head back out with the knowledge that your folks will know that not only did both of you stand up and do your best, but you both survived this jump into the Axis-held territory. And that is where we will finish for tonight. We'll pick back up next time with y'all's return drive back up the coast. Back north to link up with the rest of the 82nd Airborne as the focus shifts, having conquered successfully Ponte Olivo Airfield. Your shift westward now will begin a push towards Agrigento. We'll
That's
take
fun
that
to
on
say.
next week. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for hanging out for all that combat. I know there was a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the RP aspect too. It's gonna only get crazier from here. So come back next time. Hope you guys keep enjoying these baggy pants devils. See you then.